Hey, good people, it's your girl, Miss Melanie. So, today I'm just going to tell you what my day was about, or how my day was, I should say. Let's see. So, technically, this would have been on the 25th, which was last week. What did I do last week? Oh, we can talk about last week. That's fine. So, I woke up in the morning and I had to go to a career fair. So I woke up, got ready for work, drove into Boston. So like the drive into Boston into work, I should say, into the office, is usually not that bad. It's about 20 minutes. And that's with traffic because in the morning the traffic is ridiculous. I had to be there for 9 o'clock. Originally, but then I like further read my email again, and it was like, oh, you don't have to be there until 10 because that's when the students are coming. So I was going for a career fair, and I was going to Boston College. So like I went to school in Boston, but I'd only ever been to Boston College for a party. So I'd never actually been to like their like campus, especially not during the daytime. So it's gonna be an interesting ride. Now personally, I love going to new places. Like I love putting my GPS on and just like seeing where the road takes me and discovering like the areas around where I live because usually I just go to work and I go home and that's it. So it's nice to explore. So the drive was pretty nice. It wasn't that bad. I left early, so that well, relatively early. I wanted to get there like 9:45. So I left at like 7:30, 8, and because I knew traffic was gonna be bad because people are all trying to get to work. So, anyways, I get to the place right at 9:45, and it was really cool. So it helped set up. There's lots of different companies there. Apostrophe was there. The news station was there. Like ABC affiliate for Boston was there. And I actually ended up meeting a lady that I knew from college. She was actually one of our theater directors for the auxiliary theater group that we had. So I was in a theater group in school called the Babson Players, and she had another auxiliary group that also invited people outside of the college to join, but also college students. But they used our theater as well, and we did fun plays with them. And I did an acting class with her and a theater. I'm sorry, in a movie. I took a movie class with her as well. Um, and that's when I started really getting into like older films was in her class, because film study is so interesting. But I digress. So I talked to her for a little bit, got her business card. She has like some theater classes that she's teaching, and she was like, "Yeah, you should come. You could help us out if you want to." And I'm like, if I have the time, definitely going to reach out to her and do that because I want to get back in the theater. So that was great to meet her. Gave her a hug. Just felt, it's nice to meet people from your past. So met lots of cool students, lots of great. I mean, you just read people's resumes and you're like, oh my gosh, if only when I was that young. And I know that my resume looks pretty good on paper. So when people are like, oh, like I'm always like, you can write whatever. But like I've done all those things, so that's great. And to see these kids younger than me who've done like amazing things, I'm always like perplexed. But the interesting thing was I was talking with the recruiter about how they do recruiting, and it's just interesting. Like you definitely need to know to the right people. Like she was telling me about all the different um opportunities there are for minority students, but like I remember when I was in school I hadn't heard about any of them, and these are programs that have been around for a long time. And I mean, in my head I was like, it feels like you either have to be really really rich or really really poor to like, or really really smart to get to get any kind of attention. And so I just, part of my thing is knowledge. Like I love to know things. So I encourage everyone to just, research. Google is your friends. The more you know, the better you are off, I think. Even if the things you know may affect you emotionally or whatever, I think it's better to know personally. But that's another vlog. Anyways, after the recruiting event, we all went across the street to this pizza place, and the pizza was really good. The guy said I had a panini. It was a chicken parm panini, but it was really good. More bread than I probably should be eating. Don't yell at me, but it was really good. And then I had a drink, like a pomegranate like juice drink. I love pomegranate, by the way. Like, love it, love it, love it. So every time I go out and there's like a pomegranate flavored thing, I'm all about it. So after that, drove back to my house. Thought about driving into the office, decided against it. Got a call from one of my managers in my office. He needed some help with some stuff, so I was working on that with him for him. Working from home is really cool. It allows me to get a lot of work done and also get some like errands and stuff done. We're still battling the flood that I had in my bathroom. They had to come fix the ceiling, so we're still wrapping all of that up. So it was kind of good that I was home. Did some business related things, you know, getting my finances and stuff in order. Talked to my sister on Skype. I'm glad that she's learned how to use it. I think that night I also did a hangout on Google, and that was really fun. I love hanging out with the peoples. So if you are on Google Plus and you haven't tried the Hangouts yet, and that's basically video conferencing, you should do it because it's fun. And you get to meet people without like having to physically be there. And that's also cool. And then I went to bed. So that was my day on the 25th. And it was a good time. Basically, those are my days. I wake up, I go to work or do some work. I come home or, you know, go run an errand. And I enjoy my social networking. Sometimes I go out with my friends, go see movies, go karaokeing, and those are all fun. But last Wednesday was a laid back day, so it was all good. Anyways, that's all for now. Talk to you later.